could we be having one of the best new moons of the year? Well, quite possibly. We have on the 25th of June a new moon in the rather gorgeous sign of Cancer, honey, happening on the 25th at around 4 degrees of Cancer. So excited to deliver this beautiful new moon message for you. If you don't know, I am Jack Scott Lee. I am your spiritual astrologer, talking all things astrology, esoteric, spirituality. I'm going to throw down some tarot cards for each sign too, to let you know what the cosmos has in store for you. This is a fantastic portal of abundance, opportunity, good luck, and good fortune, right? So, we're going to do some tapping. I've got some meditation, new moon ritual for you. Get your journal for some journal prompts. We're going to go deep because we have this amazing new moon in the sign of Cancer. What makes this so special is that for the first time in a very, very, very long time, Jupiter is in the sign of Cancer, and we have a beautiful conjunction from Jupiter, the planet of abundance, prosperity, good luck, good fortune, spirituality, all the things that we absolutely love. Yes, it can be excessive, but ultimately Jupiter does so well in Cancer because it is known as exaltation. So when a planet is exalted, it's acting at its most strongest, most powerful, most benefic to us all. And we all have Cancer somewhere within our birth chart. So the first thing you want to do, if you don't already know, when we listen to my videos, is that I always talk about the rising sign, the sun sign, and the moon sign, right? So go and check out the free birth chart calculator in the description, the show notes, to generate your birth charts. You need to know your birth time, location for the most accurate, because the rising sign will change every 2 hours every day, which is why when people are born on the same day, the chart is very different. And so you want to look at the rising sign first, because that is the energy that you are coming into this lifetime with, the sign that is rising in the eastern horizon, that you emit to the universe, that everybody sees, right? So I always say, listen to your rising sign first, and listen to your sun sign too, right? Your sun sign, I think, is really important as well because the sun sign is your energy, right? This is what you're born with. This is what you came here to do, your ego, your purpose, right? And you kind of fall back into your sun sign with more energy depending on the work that you've been doing on yourself, with the growth. Much later on in life, the beginning, like when you're growing up to like after 30, 35, right? And the rising sign and the sun sign work really hand in hand together to give you a really good message of what's going on. So, like I said, I'm going to do sign by sign forecast for the full moon in Cancer, talking about all the aspects, what is going on. And I've got an EFT tapping session. You guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I love to work with the energy, to do EFT, to work with the energy of the universe and the energy of our bodies, to call in what you want, to release limiting beliefs, and manifest absolute, true, gorgeous, goddamn abundance. Okay, and so we've got the sun sign, we've got the rising sign. Also, I think it's really important to look at your moon sign. Because the moon sign, especially if we talk about Cancer, right? Cancer is all about the moon, right? So, I mean, moon sign, every time I do a video, I think the moon sign is really important to look at because the moon sign will show you, how you're feeling about a situation, your emotional involvement in that, so your home life. So the moon sign, again, really important to know. So, once you generate your birth chart, you want to look at your big three, all right? So your sun, your moon, your rising is your big three, okay? And if you want to delve in deeper, DM me for a reading for one-to-one. If I haven't read your birth chart before, get in touch. I do that. I have the offering on at the moment. There is I think we're on a 4 or 5 week waiting list at the moment. So register your details with that. Get on the list for a reading with me. Also, I'll talk about it a bit later on. I am going to be delivering my new birth chart course. Learn how to decode your own birth chart. Amazing. I think it's a huge, huge course. Right? I've recorded like hours and hours of worth of content talking about how to create a birth chart, your big three, all the planets in your birth chart, what they all mean, all the houses, what the houses mean, what the signs mean, the aspects. It's huge. Giving you examples of how to read a birth chart so you can confidently read your own birth chart and read the charts of others too, whether you want to do that professionally. Or just for fun for you, right? You've got this there. So I want to link that to, we got a pre-sale. The pre-sale will start on let me just think when I'm doing it. It's going to be on the day of the new moon, actually, the 25th, right? So I'm going to be launching that around the 25th because we have a solstice going on this week. Our new video, check that out for the solstice, as well as the new moon too. Oh yeah, we also have Jupiter Kazemi, which I'm going to talk about in another video. All right, so let's get into a few things. What is Cancer? What is Cancer? Cancer in the birth chart, right? This is the new moon's going to be in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is cardinal, changeable energy, right? It's very the cardinal signs. You know, Cancer and Capricorn, Libra, Aries love to initiate and start things, right? So it's like the mountain stream of energy coming through. This is what we're going to be working with this Cancer moon energy, right? The moon is ruled by Cancer itself anyway. So to have this Cancerian energy is like a double whammy of abundance, all right? The Cancer archetype is about your intuition, emotional security, your family, your home, how you nurture, right? The people, and when I say family, yes, this is the family you're born into, but also the family that you create through your friendships, through your interactions. What is it that you call home, and who is it you call home to? This is Cancer energy. Cancer is very deeply intuitive, right? So this is about tapping into your spirituality. This is what I'm saying to you today. It's a great portal for you to delve into what you want when it comes to manifestation, abundance, what you're letting go of, what you're inspiring to do. You know, your goals, dreams, and desires are going to be supported because Jupiter is in the mix too. Okay. Cancer is often described as the mother, the nurturer, the protector, right? So even though we talk about Cancer is emotional, Cancer is soft, being emotionally vulnerable and being the nurturer and being the protector is, you know, I'd say one of the most strongest, hardest signs too, right? So the Cancer job, the Cancer cosmic job is to protect, to nurture and care and lead with emotional intelligence. All right, because when you think about Cancer, this is about your home life. You know, being cozy, being warm, connecting with others, you know, um, understanding others too. You know, this is about nurturing, not only nurturing yourself and what makes you feel good and how you can be more comfortable and how you can nurture yourself and self care you. It's also about empathizing with others and the greater good of of other people too, like how we can care for mankind, how we can care for our friends, how we can care for the people that we call family, and being empathetic to those people too, because ultimately we're all doing our best, right? Um, and I feel like with Cancer season coming up now, when the sun moves into Cancer over the weekend, right? This is like kickstarting to compassion, to intuition, to being sentimental. Remembering birthdays, holding on to old photos, talking about old memories. This is like Cancerian energy, you know. Um, and being just deeply nurturing, nurture you, care for others, look after our fellow humankind, right? Because we're all here on the same planet, wanting to, you know, to do good, right? So. The shadow side of Cancer, we have to talk about it, can be like really clingy. So where are you holding on to? What can you let go of? Being overly sensitive, right? Because when you're overly sensitive, this is like mood swing energy, you know? Um, Cancer likes to extend to others, you know, extending their nurture to others. So it's about caring, like I said, like not only caring for you, caring for others, being vulnerable, but also not to the point where you're nourishing yourself too. So, you know, make sure, you know, if you are the carer all the time, that are you also extending that to yourself? You know, Cancer rules water, you know, take the baths, do the spiritual, take a sand bath, drink water, drink moon water, you know, set your intentions in the bath, cleansing rituals. I'm going to show you some rituals. I want to show and talk about some rituals in a bit, right? But Cancer ultimately teaches us the power of being vulnerable, you know? So, nurturing your inner world, also being strong enough to be, I'm here for myself and here for you too, and holding space for yourself and holding space for others too. All right. Okay, so when we have this moon in Cancer, right, this is like double whammy energy because this is about the home, where you call home. So, you know, this could be like bringing your home back to how you used to be, or like myself at the moment, I'm renovating my house at the minute. I'm looking for a new home too. So you might find this energy, because the energy of the new moon will go on for 6 months. Maybe whatever seeds you plant now will move forward, right, for the 6 months ahead. So it's like planting the seeds of intention. Where is it you call home? What can you do to make your home more of a place of a sanctuary? You know, are you looking to move? Do you want to expand your home? Are you um, do you have a favorite bed sheet or pillows, or what can you do to beautify and comfort your home to um, during the new moon in Cancer, you might have this urge to cook your favorite meals, organize your living space, looking over old photos, like I mentioned, because Cancer rules the fourth house in our birth chart naturally, and the fact that the fourth house is all to do with the home, nurturing your parents as well. Fall into the parents fall into the fourth and tenth house in your birth chart. Something that I cover in my astrology course. All right. But it's also about heightened intuition. So we're all going to be like super sensitive at the moment, especially when it comes to our emotions and things, expressing those too. Psychic dreams, psychic dreams, downloads from the universe, and just being really connected to one another. You might even crave more intimacy in the home as well. So it might be that you'll be hosting more gatherings as well, or calling people over who feel at home to you. Um, I would say the one thing to check in for is okay to yes definitely be nurturing to other people, but also to make sure you're extending that to yourself and nurturing yourself too. Okay, so the key themes are nurturing, sensitivity, intuition, sentimentality. All right. Um, a quote that I wrote down was distribute your energy. Distribution of your energy should be first yourself, then what you want to do, and what you can do for someone. That is not selfish, right? It's being selfless, not selfish. It's how you achieve what you want so you can share with others. Okay. So what I want to talk about, if you don't already know, what is a new moon, right? So the new moon happens every month. Okay. That in itself is, I mean, people say it's not auspicious, but this is the planets moving in the sky. It's always auspicious, right? Nevertheless, the new moon happens every month because the lunar cycle is like 29, 30 days, okay, 31 days. And so then when the moon and the sun, so we have the sun in the sky, which changes every month, and the moon will go around and meet the sun in the sky. All right, because the moon changes signs every few days, right? And so we have like the lunar cycle. And so when the sun and the moon are the exact same degree in the sky, this is called the dark moon phase because we can't see the moon because it's hidden by the sun, right? And so this is because the sun lights up the side we can't see. All right, so this is the dark moon, the fresh start phase. It's the beginning of the lunar cycle, and this time it's going to happen at 4 degrees. At 4 degrees of Cancer. Okay, so when the sun is already going to be at 4 degrees, the moon is going to meet the sun in the sky at 4 degrees too. And this is going to create the new moon energy. Okay, and so this is why we always say this is a great fresh start. Every time we have a new moon, we have a fresh start to begin something. So it's a great time to set your intentions. Okay, if you want to be super auspicious, if we're talking about the ancients and before technology and what have you, and people would actually wait a few days after the new moon because obviously when the new moon is in the sky at the exact time, you can't see the new moon. The sky is actually dark, right? And so the energy is super, super unpredictable, yeah. And so the ancients would say for their absolute best success to launch something, right, they would actually wait until you could see the first slither of the new moon in the sky. So it's 3 or 4 days later. All right. However, still great to set intentions around this time, it's a great time to reflect on what's no longer working for me, where is that I want to be going, journaling on your reset button, what do I want to let go of, what do I want to call in. Jupiter is up in the mix, right? But the lord of abundance, positivity, wealth, all good luck is in the sky, right? And so the things you can do are, setting your intentions, because you have a higher chance of manifesting because the moon will start to grow, right? Because as the moon moves out of dark place and goes into, being reborn again, the moon will start to grow and grow and become bigger in the sky. You have 14 days for that, right? And then we have the dissipation. And, they say after the 14-day dissipation phase isn't the best time to start something because obviously we are moving away from the moon growing. The moon will start to shrink again in the sky. And so we want to work with the first 14 days of this moon cycle, okay? because this is like the waxing phase, right? We don't want to be, you can work with waning if you want to let go of stuff, but you have more chance of success with something, a project launch or what have you, when the moon is waxing, all right? So what do you want to plant energetically? Writing your intentions down, being positive, for examples like, I intend to create a healthy living space, you know. I am calling in so much luck, prosperity, and abundance, right? The things that I do, I want to help the world with my absolutely amazing knowledge to, you know, to raise the vibration of the collective, for example. This is my Aquarius speaking, you know. Since we are working with the full moon, especially in Cancer, this is about, you know, water, cleansing and centering, a fresh start, right? So you want to cleanse your actual space. So it could be like literally wiping down your surfaces, cleaning your home, because this is the sign that rules the home, right? So literally physically cleaning your home. I like to use abundance water, so I make my own abundance water. You know, use fresh lemon. You can blow cinnamon into the house as well. This is a great time to do that. But literally just tidying your home, using sage as a smudging stick to cleanse all the energy. Incense is great. Taking a nice purifying bath salts, using candles and focusing your attention on what it is you want to call in, right? Planting your seeds of intention, figuratively speaking. I like to use bay leaves on my altar, and I literally write down like on my bay leaves what I want to call in. I either leave it in the altar or I set fire to it, depending on what you want to do. And if you want to release some stuff, what I did recently, I wrote down a lot of stuff I wanted to release, and I literally flushed it down the toilet because it's water energy, you know. What else do I want to say? Yeah. So, you know, cleansing your home, cleansing your altar. This is a great time to do that. So, like with my altar, I have like a mirror on there. So I'll clean my mirror down, dust off all my cards, give it a good clean, give it a good tidy. I use like silver and gold because we talk about silver for the moon, and then gold for the sun. Right. So this could be like coins. It could be citrine. You can even use selenite or moonstone. Is fantastic to work with, right? And set the intentions. Just set, you know, even if you don't do all these things, just taking that moment to sit down and reflect on what it is you want to call in, writing it down, you know, and then, you know, leading up to the new moon and afterwards, it's about, okay, what inspired action can I take daily? It doesn't have to be huge things. It could be what small thing every day can I do to call in that version of myself who has everything that I want, you know? So if it's like your new home, okay, do I need to reach out to housing agents every day? Do I need to start searching? Do I need to start sorting my house out? I've started to get rid of loads of things I don't want because I'm moving too. So I'm like, do I want to get rid of things I just don't need anymore? What? Declutter, organize, buy new things, fill my house with like new crystals, flowers, and like this weekend, for example, I literally got rid of loads of old clothes. I cleaned, scrubbed everything, and washed loads of sheets, changed bedding, all the things. Well, it's very Cancerian energy, you know. So yeah. All right. So guys, let's talk about the aspects of the new moon in Cancer. Right. So, well, should we do symbols first? Let's have a look. Yeah, but I've already started. Let's talk about aspects. So, first of all, 4 degrees is of the degree of Cancer already, right? So we have this double whammy, right? So we have the new moon at 4 degrees. Well, the new full moon, the new moon, 4 degrees. We talk about it simply at 4. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. 4 degrees of Cancer already. All right, so double whammy here. Jupiter's going to be at 4 degrees too. Again, the degree of Cancer in the sign of Cancer. Jupiter is going to be here for a whole year, and conjunction with the Sun too. This is huge energy. Prior to the new moon, right? We're going to be having Jupiter Cazimi. I think it's going to be like the day before. So Jupiter Cazimi, like the day before the new moon on the 24th, right? Again, a great day to set intention because the Cazimi is when the planet meets the sun in the sky for this huge conversation. So the planet of blessings and the planet or the star of, you know, our life force meeting together hand in hand to have a meeting, a business meeting about let's get shit done. What do you want to call it? What are we manifesting? What is the good for humanity? And calling it all in because Jupiter loves to be in Cancer. It's exalted, right? It gives you optimism, positivity, wisdom, in the caring, nurturing side of Cancer. Emotional fulfillment becomes family and home, right? The moon is to be in its home sign too. So this is fantastic. The moon is in its home sign. The Jupiter is in Cancer. Everyone is happy. Emotional abundance, right? And when we have this conjunction with Jupiter here, it's like planting your seeds are super fertile. So it's having the best ground for your flowers and your dreams to grow, right? Jupiter expands whatever it touches. Yeah. So you don't. So I'll keep referring back to this quote recently. It says like. What was the quote? It was then, ask for more because the universe isn't on a budget. And I was like, yes, bitch. Ask for more. The universe isn't on a budget. Of course, it's not, right? It's limitless. When I do my manifestation practice every morning, I do a thing called a magnetic manifesting every morning with my magnetic partner. And I'll speak about my intentions every day and I'm calling my future, right? And I'm calling in my manifestation as if it's already happened, just speaking it into existence, right? So I'm like, I'm living my dream life. I have a stunning penthouse in the Balearics, in Spain. It's absolutely so. I have a wraparound terrace, rooftop terrace. I have an army of chihuahuas, beautiful lovers. I have a ton of cash, and I'm living life my dream. And this is like calling you thinking outside of the box, even bigger. Because I always say, when you're working with the realm of the universe and the universal energy, it's always this or something better. Right, because we can only fathom things from our tiny human minds, right? The cosmos is limitless. Okay. What else are we going to talk about? So Jupiter will amplify whatever it is, right? So it's one of the things to watch out for is things like comfort food overeating, because especially in Jupiter loves excess. So it's one of the things like curbing it when it comes to drinking, all the other things, overeating, overindulgence, like too much of a good time, all right? Because it amplifies. So be mindful of excess and that sort of stuff, right? But it's a great time to be optimistic. The Jupiter loves to give you so much optimism, all right? And we have the Jupiter Cancer for it's going to be for a year. Strengthening your desire for security, manifesting what you want, right? Self care, personal growth, travel, spirituality, all the things, right? Some of the aspects we're talking about that we're going to be having, there is going to be a square from Saturn, right? So we have this square from Saturn and Neptune too. Neptune is super manifestation, and Saturn is like, oh, hold on a minute. Let's not get carried away here, right? With all this amazing abundance. So the square is going to be happening and throughout the summer before it moves back, and then we're going to be not plain sailing, but Jupiter will be like more boundless by Saturn's constraints. But we can work with its energy because Saturn is actually in fall in Aries. So even though Saturn is the daddy of let's get things organized, hold your horses, I need a plan. Neptune is dissolving it and being like, okay, well, actually, Saturn, I get you, I hear you. Let's get a plan together, but also let's make that plan expansive. Let's go for more. Let's dream for more. Neptune is like super manifestation power. It's about thinking creatively, working with the spirituality of the universe, downloads from the universe, right? And this Jupiter square from Neptune is okay, let's manifest what we want. Can we actually do that? Saturn will be like second guessing and doubting you. So it's like, okay, well, these are my biggest dreams, goals, and desires. Do I believe I deserve those? And I've been doing a lot of tapping lately on being worthy and deserving of abundance. So go and check those out. It will really help you with this aspect that we're all dealing with at the moment. However, just know that we do have this square, and a square is a 90-degree angle. It's a challenging aspect. It doesn't mean that it's all doom and gloom because a square will challenge you to do something. So it could be, okay, I need to address these issues. I need to address this scarcity mindset. I need to address I need to address my blockages, my limiting beliefs, my doubt. I need to get my shit together so I can obviously then achieve more. You know what I mean? So it's about getting my ducks in a row so I can launch myself forward into even bigger, better things, right? Yeah, like I mentioned, Saturn is in fall in Aries because it's exalted in Libra. Okay, so you want to check out where you have Saturn in your birth chart. Check out where you have Aries in your birth chart too, because Saturn will be in Aries for a hot minute. Right? I think it's going to be there until 2027, right? And so, as it travels through Aries, check out my Saturn Aries video for that. It's going to be bringing us challenges and lessons in the area of life where you have Aries. So for Libra, for example, it'll be in the house of relationships. For Aries, again, it will be in the house of you and your physical body, right? And your mental wellness for Taurus, okay? And this is where the square will be happening, all right? like I mentioned, Neptune squaring Jupiter as well, and this is about seeking the truth and the illusion of it too. Okay, so it could be sometimes with Neptune in the mix that we have the blinkers on a bit, but it's great for diving into dream spirituality. Okay, and inspiration too. Just make sure that you don't fall for get rich quick schemes or being hoodwinked into if it's something that's too good to be true. Sometimes it could be. So just double check everything with Neptune being here. All right. We will have a sextile from Mars as well. So Mars is going to be giving like positive energy, like on a drive, because Mars is in Virgo, right? And it's neither bad nor good in Virgo. It's just neutral. It just does what it wants, right? Um, but so Mars is drive. Yeah, Mars is your drive. Mars is your passion. So this is about this sextile harmonious energy is giving you a drive to achieve what you want, go after what you want, using this new moon energy because it's going to catapult us into the next 6 months. When we have the full moon in Cancer again, this will be at the beginning of 2026 in January, and this will be about the culmination of our desires. Whatever we plant now, the next 6 months are going to go into culmination for the year ahead in 2026 as well. So dream big, think big, use Jupiter as your catalyst, get your shit together with Saturn square, use the manifestation of Neptune as well to catapult you into your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Okay. Um, do you want to talk about the Pluto quincunx? Nah, your Pluto is quincunx 150 degrees. Um, giving you like a transformational aspect because Pluto's transformation, right? It's a quincunx to the sun and the moon at this point because it's out of between 0 and 1 degrees. So a quincunx is all about shaking up your reality, letting go of what's not longer serving you. Can you let go of the old version of you to catapult and rise to become the person you've always wanted to be? Do you believe you can do that? Yeah, and letting go of people, situations, physical, mental, spiritual, releasing what's holding you back. Are you ready for that? Okay, are you ready? Okay, so let's do. Should we do Sabian symbol? I wrote down so much stuff for this. I'm being so gassed. Let's go back and talk about the. I had a few. There's a few, right? So the Sab. Let's write this down. The Sabian symbol. I'm doing all the time signs for you guys because I don't have anyone to do it for me yet. So the Sabian symbol, right, is there's a couple I got down for this one. So the Sabian symbol will be at a railroad crossing, a car races with a train, right? So the visual crossing would be like an automobile or a car crash wrecking into a train, right? This is 45 degrees of Cancer. A car races with the train at a railroad crossing. And the symbol conjures the idea of the individual and the collective. All right, what you want and the larger force. The image of the car is the individual journal, and the racing train is the personal freedom, societal rules of fate. Yeah. Let's have a look. If we risk a train wreck, the car won't win the race. It's a warning about knowing when to yield and work with the flow of the collective energy to against it. Right. So this is about what do I? This is like typical Cancer energy. You know what I mean? So this is about taking an initiative to do what you want and go after what you want, daring to be bold, but also how can that benefit the collective and nurture the collective too, working with harmony, work with one another. It's about being selfless, but not selfish, you know. This is about tapping into your individual drive and your personal emotional needs, right? While also knowing that actually what I can create, what I'm putting out there into the universe is going to raise the vibration of the collective too. Okay. I had another one that I wrote down. Let me just grab this. Where is it? Yeah. So the one I really liked. Where are we? What I read for this. That was the 5 degree, right? And the fourth degree that I wrote down was the cat chasing the mouse, I believe. Yeah. So the fourth degree, the Sabian symbol for this, what I wrote down, right? Was a cat arguing with a mouse. Okay. So this is like the cat, the predator, engaging in debate with the mouse, the prey, right? This is about the intent. So this is like my inner world, my outer world, talking about, do I believe what I want? Self-doubt. This is Saturn in the mix, yeah? Saturn in the mix is like, okay, do I believe I can achieve this? Or can I actually go for what I want? Do I need to justify what I need? If it's within you and you want to do it, you need to go for it. You know what I mean? This is that. Because it's like toning down the mental chatter, toning down the self-doubt and self-criticism, and going after what you want. Both of these, both of these same symbols is like picking your battles too. I always think like, when you're talking about people are scared to talk about their dream goals and desires to their friends and family. And like I always say, well, you don't actually have to tell them, and actually surround yourself with people who are going to uplift and support you, and take advice from people who only have what you want or doing what you would want to be doing, right? Because otherwise, if they don't have what you want or they're not doing what they're doing, well, how can they advise you? Because they just simply don't know, right? People can only tell you from their point of experience, and if they're playing small and being safe, then that is not what we want, right? Because we're going for more, we're striving for more, aren't we? I think if you're listening to this video and you're part of this channel and you're doing the work, honey, then we're thinking big, we're thinking expansive, we're thinking Jupiterian, right? So because we're working with this huge, expansive energy. Okay, so let's get into. I'm gonna do the sign by sign readings, okay? I've done some journal prompts for you guys too. So, if you want to work with the new moon energy and I love to journal, and I say journaling is like one of the best ways to work with and eliminate mental stress. Okay, so the journal prompts I wrote down for you guys are: where in my life am I craving more emotional safety and nourishment? Where in my life am I creating more emotional safety and nourishment? 2, what does home mean for me right now, physically, emotionally, and spiritually? The next one, what would it feel like to fully trust myself and my intuition? Number 4, what am I ready to leave behind from the last 6 months? That's a big one, isn't it? Number 5, what soulful new beginning am I ready to call in? What soulful new beginning am I ready to call in? These don't have to be like deep, but they can, you can go as deep as you want with these. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm going to go through all the signs, yeah. And as I do those, listen out for your, like I mentioned, your rising, your sun, your moon. All right. Yeah, I feel like Venus is in the mix. It's a very wide conjunction, so I'm going to leave that. What else? You'll write down. Okay, so let's go. Let's go with. Should we do tapping? Should we want to tap first? I usually tap at the end, right? Oh, I don't want to talk about. So before we do the side by side. Right, let's do. If you don't know, you can use the new moon for rituals too. So let me just go through a ritual with you, and then once we've done that, I am going to go through all the signs and how this new moon, this beautiful new moon, right, is going to affect you guys. Okay. So, is that my? Yeah. So, let's do the ritual, right? Where are we? So your new moon in Cancer ritual, right? So first of all, you want to create a sacred space for yourself. So find somewhere comfortable, a spot in your home, right? Because Cancer rules a home. So being somewhere really familiar where you feel safe. You can have a favorite blanket, cushions, crystals, incense, candles. Set up your space. You could use like nurturing photos of your friends and family. You know, your favorite tea. I love a favorite tea, darling. You know what I mean? British. Cancer's water, so you have water by your side too. Like I'm doing this video today, and I've got my favourite coffee, I've got my favourite protein shake, my favourite moon cup, which is falling apart, but I love it. Great thing to do is to cleanse the energy, sage, smoke, all the incense, not cigarettes. Right, I love Palo Santo at the moment. It's so gorgeous. Right, really nice oil to use. A lavender and chamomile oil are really great. You can diffuse those. Inhale, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Do your breath work, right? I'm calling support from your ancestors. This is and spiritual guides and your guardian angels. You know, if you don't know how to use that, use your crystal energy. Ask for protection from your guides and your angels, and calling downloads from the universe. I love to do that with my crystals and take deep breaths in and out and calling my ancestors, calling my spiritual guides, and ask them to deliver information and guidance using the new moon energy. It's a great time to do that. Calm and relax and just allow the downloads in. You can even do free journaling, free writing, you know, when you're doing this, saying that I'm here, I'm present, I'm open, and I'm enough. You know, to acknowledge the moment. And you might even receive the download straight away. They might come later on through the day, and that's okay too, because you're open and receptive to receiving those. And then calling in your intentions, writing those intentions down, or using tarot cards to symbolize, you know, I intend to create a home environment that nourishes my soul. I am beginning a self-care practice, you know what I mean? I welcome emotional healing. This could be something I will start the process of moving home, healthy boundaries, new job, whatever it is, right? That's what I'm starting to play. I mean, I'm intending my independence, my balance of independence and nurturing. You know, this is Saturn squaring Jupiter, what I want and what the collective wants. You know what I mean? Visualize deep breaths, growing your intention, then practicing. You can either write down gratitude, or I love to speak it out. Speak out what you're grateful for. It's more in the vibration of, you know, being gratitude. You can come into the frequency for calling in even more amazing stuff comes in. You know what I mean? So I'm so grateful to wake up fresh, fit, healthy, and well. I'm so grateful for my body. I'm so grateful for my home. I'm so grateful to be surrounded by gorgeous, loving energy. I'm so grateful for this protein shake I'm drinking right now. I'm so grateful the sun is shining. I'm so grateful for a safe home. You know, whatever. I'm so grateful for my beautiful carpet. I'm so grateful for my back support pillow. Things like that. You know what I mean? And just getting into the vibration of like. Of being thankful, because the more you're grateful for what you already have, you're creating space for even more. All right. Then either open eyes, closed eyes, we're talking about visualizing your future self like you already have it. So it can be like, I like to visualize myself walking around the streets of Ibiza, walking my 2 hours along the beach. I'm recording my astrology all over the world, and, you know, just feeling good, like in that, excuse me, in that energy, you know. Okay. So, and obviously, whatever we set your intention on now, this is your 6-month portal. So clarify your long-term goals. So what are your long-term goals? All right. Because in January, when we have the full moon in Cancer, we're going to be doing the culmination, your success points. So whatever you plant your seeds on now, the 3rd of January 2026, we have the 13 degrees Cancer full moon, which is the Aries degree, right? And planting your seeds of intention right now will give you a 6-month activation. So visualize yourself in January 2026. What does that look like? You know, what have you done? Imagine you wave your wand right now and everything's worked out exactly how you want it. What does that look like for you? You know, and because that can absolutely happen. And it might even be it might not be how you think it, but setting your intention right now, I'll be like, oh, this is what I want. Let's call it in. You know, let's call this in, shall we? Okay, so before I get into the science, I want to talk about my new my astrology course. So I am now releasing the pre-sale starts this week, launching it on the new moon, of course. is the Decode Your Birth Chart Astrology course. I've created hours and hours and hours worth of amazing content for you, and it's at a pre-sale price, so go check that out. And I'm going to be showing you how you can generate birth charts, read birth charts. I'm talking about all the houses in astrology, everything, the 12 houses, what they all mean with the different planets in there, what they all mean with the signs in there, what all the signs mean in astrology, what the signs mean in different houses, how the planets play in different signs, all in there for you. What I'm talking about, aspects, what does Sun square Mars mean? What does Venus square Pluto mean? All these things I'm talking about in this huge download. It comes in manageable video sizes for you, and you can, once you get the pre-sale, you have lifetime access to that. I've got chart examples in there. You get PDF downloads. There's bonus material in there as well. And after this course, you will be able to confidently read your own birth chart. And also, if you decide from that, I feel good enough, I'll show you how you can actually do this as a professional and read birth chart professionally with other people. There's going to be like week by week guidance, private groups, one-to-one coaching. It's all in there. So the pre-sale starts this week. I'm going to leave all the stuff in the show notes for you, and I can't wait for you to learn one of my favorite passions, astrology, so you can guide your life fantastically and also help your friends and family too. I love doing this for my friends and family and also for my clients too, right? So I'm loving this new course for you guys where you can learn how to read your own birth chart and read the charts of others too. It's absolutely amazing. Let's get into we're going to do the tapping at the end. Okay, so let's get into the astrology. Before I get into the astrology, I'm just going to grab some tarot cards because I need to. I always forget to grab them. I'm so excited to record, I forget to grab the bloody cards. Let's grab these, shall we? Okay. I'm looking at all my notes. So, let's get into. Let me grab my cards. I love to throw tarot into the mix for this. Okay. So yeah, I use whole sign astrology. All right, I think it's really neat and it's really organized. I love Placidus too. So if you're using Placidus, read for all the rising signs which encompass into your first house, of course. I love to use whole sign because it's got the ancients used for prediction. I do use Placidus too. Do what resonates for you. Okay, I love to use Vedic. I love to use Eastern. I use Western. I love all of it. I love to learn all of it, and I love to encompass all of it. Okay, so let me grab my deck from my altar just over here. All right. I'm going to use my trusted Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. I absolutely love that. Okay, so, all right, so, if you are Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the new moon in Cancer for you is happening in the house of home. So new home foundations, and how do you define you? Because you got the squares coming from the first house, right? So a lot of stuff about family roots, family history. Maybe you want to move, guys. Do you want to be moving? This is the fourth house after all, right? This is the new moon in Jupiter. You got Jupiter in the fourth house, expansion of the home, right? So you could be moving into a bigger property. I feel like with this transit, it is one of the transits of pregnancy too. So there could be pregnancy within the family unit, or a birth of a new idea, or a birth of a new home, literally, or a literal birth as well. Jupiter always fine as well, and rules marriage. So there could be news of marriage within the family too. All right. With the new moon here, it's about strengthening deeper connections in your home, the place that you call home, the people that you call home, the people that you call family, and your actual family too. All right. This is a great time to heal family trauma, any issues you've had with people that you call family, and also setting your attention on where you want to live and how you live. You know, Jupiter is blessing you, right, with abundance, joy, prosperity in this area of your life. You know, um, feeling more optimistic about your home situation as well. That's something. If you've been wanting to improve your family dynamics or move home, this is a great signal to do that. You know, um, envisaging what you want when it comes to your home and family. This is a huge thing, setting your intentions there. So if you're thinking about moving, expanding, rentals, selling, buying, renovation, you know, new additions to the family, new additions to the home, you may even relocate because Jupiter rules foreign lands too. You know, Jupiter is a sign of spirituality, and I'm talking about Jupiter quite a lot because it's encompassing the new moon, right? And so this could be also to do with becoming more spiritual in the home base as well, like having a spiritual sanctuary within the home. You know what I mean? But this is a fresh start when it comes to your private family life. Okay, so what else do you want to say about that? Yeah, the square from Neptune and Saturn is about balancing what you want, right? Because this is the house of you, to your family situation as well. So it could be like, are you working too much? Are you not spending enough time at home? It's like getting a balance here. You know, is your home overcluttered? Do I need to sort out my house so I can find it more relaxing when I'm at home? You know. Are you gonna? Do you need to create a better structure within the home life because you have Mars in the sixth house? It's about getting your things organised, organising the home. Um, Saturn and Neptune in the first house is about watching your energy levels. You're gonna have to do the work. Saturn is like, okay, I'm going to give you this square to your dreams, goals, and desires. I want to give you exactly what you want. Neptune is that manifest all the things that you want, but you got to put the work in. Saturn square is about doing the work and doing it over and over again. And if you can master your Saturn in Aries, and then you are going to be rewarded with so much abundance, so much blessings. Okay, so what does the tarot have to say for you? Oh, yeah, Knight of Pentacles. This is about the Pentacles are about abundance, wealth, money, security, right? But the Knights are usually fast moving energy, but the Knight of Pentacles is actually the slowest moving Knight. So it's about slow and steady progress. You're chipping away every day at your dreams, goals, and desires, knowing that that's long-term success. Because if you can show up every day for you and your goals, you will be blessed with abundance. You know what I mean? So it's about showing up every day, doing the work, stacking that cash, planting your seeds of intention now, and showing up for them. But this is also security. This is not okay. I'm going to overnight win the lottery, and then it's all going to be gone. You know, this is about setting your goals, using the new energy, knowing that showing up every day. And actually, a Knight of Pentacles could be like someone showing up to help you and guide you, especially with Jupiter, because Jupiter was spiritual teachers as well. So it could be someone showing up like a new spiritual guide to help you grow, help you achieve what you want. Okay. Good luck with that, Aries. Okay. So, if you are a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the new moon all about new connections and learning, reset and releasing. The new moon for you will be happening in the third house of communication. All right, your siblings, your local community, and learning. Right, this is like how you think and your practicality in your day to day. Perhaps you'll be more sensitive to your surroundings, and heightened intuition because it's Cancer energy, especially Jupiter being here too. Um, I want to say I expect good news, right? Because you got Jupiter here in the house of communication, right? So Jupiter in the house of communication with the new moon. The new moon is new beginning, setting your intentions, using the Jupiter energy. It's like I want to manifest bigger. What can I do even more? You know what I mean? Jupiter in the third house with the new moon. You could be traveling. You could be traveling a lot, especially in the next 6 to 12 months. Lots of travel. You may even get a bigger car. You know, if you think of changing your car, getting something bigger, Jupiter's like, let's go big. Okay. Jupiter will give you blessings in the areas of your siblings too, so there could be good news regarding them. New opportunities coming in because this has communication. So letters, emails, DMs, all those. Check those because there could be opportunities flooding in for you. You know, um, it's about how you communicate as well. So you could be receiving more psychic downloads from the universe because the Cancer energy is about intuition. So your intuition is going to be on a high. If you feel it, believe it. Okay. There are going to be squares to Saturn here as well. So this is about questioning your belief in actually what you want. You know, and like, do I feel like I deserve this? Do I believe I can hold this space for this? You know what I mean? Um, the third house also rules like education as well. Jupiter being here is about learning, expanding. So it may mean that you put something out into the universe that will, create you a lot of money. Whether that be like a digital course, public speaking opportunities, traveling and speaking about what you learn, your skills, and sharing your skills and monetizing from those. All right, or it could be that you take a course as well. You start to learn something. You know what I mean? Know that with this transit as well, this is great for improving communication, having fun. Because you're just having fun, right, with your friends and siblings. I always include the third house as friendships too, because these people who are our friends sometimes become like our siblings too, don't they? Your words carry extra warmth as well. All right. Set your intention and speak positively. This is about positive affirmations. Okay. Your Neptune in the 12th house, great for manifesting, great for spirituality, right? Great for being creative as well, this energy, right? Um, because we have this 12th house activation, so you got Saturn going through the 12th house, right? This can be one of the houses where the signs where it can be really good for you to seek therapy or seek counselling because this is great to talk about our limiting beliefs. You know, what stories are we telling ourselves? What can we release with that full moon energy, new moon energy? You know, because the 12th house is about negative thinking. You know what I mean? Obviously, we have Saturn here, so it's about letting that go. And also, Saturn in the 12th house is about solitude as well. So it might be that you want to retreat more, institutions as well. So it could be really great for you, especially that Jupiter square. It's about, okay, I need to seek counsel or find a spiritual healer or a guru who can help me through my issues so I can strive for more and become a better version of myself. Okay. So the tarot card for you would be. Yeah, amazing. Ten of Swords. So the square from Saturn and Neptune is about releasing limiting beliefs, right? Releasing what's no longer serving me. All right. With this card, for me, this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. 'Cause I think for me, it's like rising from the ashes. This is the card of Pluto, right? It's about rising from the ashes. It's about I've really been going through it. All right, but actually, the things that I've been thinking. Just because I think them doesn't mean they're true. And this Jupiter in the third house, the house of thinking, the mind, how we speak, is about okay. I'm going to write down positive affirmations. I'm going to think the best case scenario because that can absolutely happen for me. Have I been on worst case scenario mode? Have I been catastrophizing? Because actually, my words are so powerful right now with the new energy and Jupiter energy. I'm only going to focus on the best case scenario because that can absolutely happen. And actually, it might be somewhere in between, you know what I mean? But actually, if I'm always focusing on the negative or the limiting beliefs, then actually that's what's going to manifest. Because my words are powerful. I'm a super powerful manifester. Let's use this Jupiter energy to let go of what's no longer serving, what's holding me back and believe that I am the absolute perfect child of the universe and I was born and put here to be fabulous and call it all in. All right. So, good luck, Taurus, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. New moon for you. Second has many social responsibilities and values. All right. Money glow up for you. Set your intentions on your income, your value, and your self worth. Right. You got square from Saturn here. Do you believe that you're worthy and deserving of abundance? Because you absolutely are. This is your cosmic reset to call in that cash. Jupiter, new moon, OMG, in the second house of money, exalted. This is big, rich energy. All right. Good luck, good fortune, wealth, prosperity, all coming in for you. Okay. 1 second. I had to let my dogs out. So, this is great new moon energy for you. This is like a huge cosmic reset for you to call in all your abundance, all your wealth, all your prosperity. You have 12 month. You have a 12-month window here, Gemini. This is fucking amazing. Call in the wealth, call in the abundance. Saturn and Neptune are in your 11th house. You have this square, right? 11th house rules your biggest goals, dreams, and desires, right? Saturn here is like, look, I want you to have everything that you want, your biggest goals, your biggest dreams, your biggest desires. Neptune is here, the super manifestor in the house of manifestation, right? Making a square to Jupiter is like, you can absolutely have what you want, but I need to believe that do you believe that you deserve it? You know what I mean? So this is about letting go of limiting beliefs. The 11th house rules friendship circles too. So this could be, okay, who and what are holding me back? Do I need to let that go? You know, the people that am I surrounding myself with the people that are lifting me up and inspiring me? Are they helping me on my goals, dreams, and desires? Over the next 6 months to 12 months, you're going to meet people who are going to help you with your biggest goals, dreams, and desires too. So calling the people who are the match for your vibration, your frequency. Okay. This is about your self-worth and your skills as well. Jupiter's going to be amping up your self-worth, all right, and reminding you of your worth and reminding you of your talents too. All right. With the square from Saturn in the house of money, the two money houses, right? Well, two of the money houses, should I say. This could be a really good time for you to save some cash, stack your cash. Saturn's like, let's stack this money. Jupiter's going to throw money at you. Neptune's like, let's spend it. Saturn is like, let's stack this cash, okay? Because it's safe for you to save. It's safe for you to have money just to have it there. Right? You ain't got to spend do you spend down to zero every month? That just sounds like you can hold that money in the bank. It's fine. I can spend and save responsibly and call in even more. Okay. Saturn in 11th house, you could take a leadership role in your community as well. Jupiter here is going to be expanding into high levels as well. So you could be like taking a leadership role in work as well. You know what I mean? Do you need to sacrifice your social goals with Saturn moving through your 11th house? Sacrificing social goals so you can achieve what you want, all right? Jupiter through your second house, expanding your network as well. So meeting people along your path who are going to help you achieve your abundance vision, calling all that in, all right? What else do you want to say about that? Yeah, so whatever you plant now, we have the full moon in Cancer, right, in January 26th. Will culminate and materialize. Okay. New job opportunities. Calling it all in, babe. Let's call it all in. Money's looking good. Money's looking good for you. So, yes, Six of Pentacles. The money is coming in. Your ship is coming in, darling. Allow yourself to receive all that money, all that cash. Look at that. It's on water. Cancer is water, right? New moon in Cancer. Look at this huge, the ship carries treasure. It's flowing to you. Get ready to receive. Enough said. That is all I'm saying on that. Good luck. Okay, so Cancer. Sun, moon, and rising. OMG. Let's talk about it. This is your new moon, darling. Not only do you have the new moon in your first house, this is like the queen is back. This is the house of self-identity. Excuse me. Your appearance, feeling good, looking good. Jupiter is here, exalted. Let me grab some water. This is the time for you to prioritize your goals. You'll glow up, not only spiritually, but physically too. You're going to be looking good, feeling good. I'm calling in all that abundance, right? You're going to be like feeling so much more positive. Because we have the new moon here, right? Setting your intentions on. Because if you think about new moon in your sign, and the new moon in your sign is about your cosmic new year. So this is about actually this is the best time for you to set your what's the word? What do they call it? Resolutions, right? Because the new moon is in first house, radiating positivity, good luck and good fortune just following you for the next 12 months. This is a huge, massive boost in all areas. What do you want to be? What do you want to experience? No, this is gonna be opposing your house of relationships, squaring your career house, squaring your the house of home, right? So you may move, you may expand your home, you may change jobs, you may get promoted. You're going to be calling in money, more cash, right? Um, this is absolutely amazing for you. It really is. You're going to be having some squares from Saturn and Neptune, right? This is going to be coming from your house of responsibility, your career house as well. All right. So this can manifest with you actually having more responsibility at work. Or actually, because it is the 10th house, yeah, if Jupiter's giving you a blessing of like more abundance, more wealth, then maybe you're going to be promoted. And with that promotion, you're going to have more responsibilities, right? And this could also be a pregnancy transit too, because the 10th house rules your public persona. So you could marry, you could meet someone important. You could be, you could literally become pregnant too, right? Because Saturn brings responsibility. Right. Someone that I know actually, they bought a new pet, and it was a huge dog. Like, okay, cool. So this is a huge responsibility. It's a huge animal, right? Um, Setting your intentions to what you want, knowing that you can absolutely achieve all the things. Um, there could be blockages and restrictions, like when it comes to your manifestations, just because of Saturn Square. It means you have to work hard for it. Are there going to be challenges? Yes. Are there going to be setbacks? Yes. Does that mean you can't go for it? Absolutely not. You've got to keep going forward. Nothing in life is going to be certain, right? If you have these big goals, dreams, and desires, yes, there might be setbacks along the way, because we can't possibly, account for every obstacle. You're going to learn. What was the thing that I read the other day? You're never going to be ready for anything. You have to just go for it. And along the way, as you encounter plot twists, that's when you unlock parts of yourself to deal with those. So keep going forward. This could be about establishing better boundaries when it comes to your public life. You know, Jupiter in the first house is about being authentically you, being larger than life, right? Delving into spirituality. All right. Who are you? What's your identity? Who are you? Who are you in your personal life and your professional life? Who are you within your family and your communities? Who do you want to be? Think about who you were 6 months ago and who you want to be. Who do you want to be in 6 months' time? I'm saying 6 months' time because you have the full moon in Cancer and your sign again in January. So who do you want to be in 6 months' time? What have you achieved by then? Right? Manifest that. Where do you want to be? All right. Think big, dream big, because you can absolutely have this. Saturn is helping you. Neptune is helping you. Yes, there are going to be plot twists, but those twists are there to redirect you to exactly where you need to be. Okay. So, let's get into your tarot and Seven of Swords. Put yourself first. This is time to do you, darling. This is your new moon. Cancer, you're always there for everybody else, right? You can still do that. Listen to my intro, but it's time to be selfless. That doesn't mean selfish, but putting yourself and your needs first is absolutely. Jupiter is here in your first house now to be like, look, it's my time now. Time for me to do me, calling what I want, right? Because the more I can, if my cup is full, then I can give to others. If I'm empty, then I'm no good to nobody, right? Like if I don't charge my phone, then I can't record content. Like, for example, you know what I mean? So this is the energy for you, okay? This is your time to shine. Don't be scared to do it. Okay, so Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is happening for you in the 12th house. This is a spiritual house, your cosmic reset in the house of spirituality, your healing and closure. It's time for you to let go. All right, let go of, and this doesn't mean this. Oh, I'm just gonna let go of all my trauma. I know it's not that easy sometimes. So the 12th house could be seeking counsel. This could be you seeking a professional, going to therapy, speaking. But I think as a therapist myself, it's great to have therapy. I think everyone should have a therapist, right? Or a time to start spiritual practice. So journaling, meditation, tapping, breath work. I'm going to lead a tapping session at the end of this, all right? If you want to get into tapping. Looking at your subconscious and mental patterns as well. All right, releasing old cycle. The new moon is a gentle nudge for you to plant some seeds of intention, right? To forgive yourself, to heal. This is a very deep spiritual part of your chart, so healing, especially Cancer energy, it's like nurturing yourself, and your intuition is going to be on a high. This is the house of intuition, you know what I mean? It could be really beneficial for you to keep a dream journal because it's about manifesting your dreams. Jupiter, the new moon in the 12th house, could be a great time to set intentions as well when it comes to traveling. So thinking about going on a spiritual journey, thinking about going on like a 6 month backpacking expedition, going to like the Maldives, somewhere far and wide. You know what I mean? Something like that. Dedicating more time for you in this new moon energy. Okay, dedicate more time for you, nurturing yourself. This is the Cancer new moon, like nurture you. Okay, because if you don't, you could end up in a hospital or in an institution because it's a 12th house. You know what I'm saying? So to balance the energy, you could volunteer. So it's about charity work, going to a spiritual retreat, hosting a retreat. You know what I mean? If you guys are going, if some of you are having like a hospital procedure, knowing that Jupiter being here is an amazing blessing for surgery. All right, if you need it, okay. The square for Saturn Neptune for you from the ninth house. Your spiritual beliefs. This is such a huge spiritual transit for you the next 12 months, Leo. You could change your. This could be like something where you change your religious beliefs. You know what I mean? Or you're going to delve more into like spirituality or different cultures, or even traveling or learning a new language or going back to university or higher education. You could be delivering courses. You could be teaching other people. You may find new teachers, spiritual gurus. Yeah. And take care because you could be feeling really exhausted with this energy as well. All right. One of the great things for you. Oh yeah, of course. Jupiter first. Jupiter and you have 12th house and ninth house activation. These are the both houses of travel. So you may travel for work. You may travel for higher learning as well, education in another country. You know what I mean? My hair's sticking up. What else do you want to say? Yeah, oh yeah, Jupiter, the hidden house, right? Is hidden blessings. Like, for example, you might be like, oh my god, I can't go away this year because I'm saving for a house, right? Or whatever it is. And there could be a blessing in that. You know what I mean? There could be something that happened. Like, if I hadn't stayed at home all year, I wouldn't have never met this person, or I would never have. I don't know. There's going to be something where what you thought you lost is actually going to be your biggest blessing. Okay. So be open to that. Be open to it. Delve into your subconscious. All right. Delve into spirituality, meditation, breathwork, tapping, all the things. Right. Do it. Do it. Do it. It's a great time to let go of bad habits. 12 houses, bad habits. All right. Your tarot, 10 of Wands, perfect. Like I said, this is your new moon for self-care, all right? This is about putting yourself first, all right, Leo? And creating a space for you to do self-care, whether that be through spirituality, through therapy, through it's simple as like, for me, what I've been doing lately, I've been going through a breakup, so I thought every night I'm coming home, I've been lighting loads of candles, I've been putting on a sound bath music, getting into my ensuite bathroom, just having a really nurturing, I've been doing red light therapy all over my body, using my LED mask, and really having like a really pamper evening, like 3 or 4 nights a week to reset my energy, waking up feeling gorgeous. So yeah, all right. Okay, so Virgos, Sun, Moons, and Risings. Okay, where are we? Virgo. So, new moon in the house of networks and friendship, and your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Set your intention. You've got Jupiter here. Jupiter here, expanding your social circle. You guys are going to have so much fun over the next year. So that's great. Go have fun. Go network. When you're out and about, you're going to be meeting people who are going to help you on your biggest goals, dreams, and desires. Be careful of excess because Jupiter likes to party to no end. Have fun, of course, but also keep your eye on the prize. Okay. Social networking, new beginning, new community, new friendships. All right, new social circles, moving in new circles. People who are uplift and inspire you. Spiritual teachers, spiritual gurus coming up for you as well. All right. Maybe you're going to be strengthening bonds through your friendships too. Joining new teams, joining new communities. The new moon is setting your intentions on calling in those people that you want, calling in new friendship circles, calling in new groups, And the 11th house is like your vision board, I feel. So the house of like your dreams, goals, and desires. Jupiter here, new moon here. Dream big, dream large, dream expansive. All right, there's no limits to what you can achieve. Use that Jupiter energy. Okay, you'll really find your people. All right, it's a great time to collaborate. Nurture your friendships. Nurture your goals. All right, especially if you've been feeling isolated from these people. Just know that it's all coming in. It's all coming in. All right, Jupiter is your audience as well, right? So um, if you're someone who works social media, for example, your audience could expand. Okay, you got Saturn Neptune in the eighth house. This is the house of your other people's money, spirituality, shared resources, shared finances. All right, fears. All right, there could be some heavy responsibilities from shared resources that need to be dealt with. You know, like taxes, loans, inheritance, for example. All right, money that you share. Neptune is here as well. There could be some confusion around dissolving of finances when it comes to your partner's money, for example. You know, um, getting realistic about shared finances, shared resources too. Neptune could be a good time to manifest some money from the bank as well. Being clear on what's yours and what's theirs as well. I think it's very important. Um, Having Neptune Saturn in the eighth house with this new moon could be a great time to seek therapy, psychological healing, letting go of old trauma. All right. Um, your square is the 11th and 8th house, right? So tension between your social life and your goals and your shared internal matters. You know what I mean? Um, So it could be like it could play out with like you're in a group chat with your friends you want to go to Mykonos, but actually you look at your bank account, you're like, oh shit, I've got so much to pay out. So it's about sorting out your resources so you can then manifest your dream goals and desires and expand your friendship circle too. All right. So that's in the eighth house is about getting organized when it comes to your money. Yeah. Let's have a look. What else I write down for you? Yeah, one of the things I wrote down was being careful of mixing finance and friends together. All right, keep those separate. That'd be my advice for you. All right, so where's your card? The sun, girl. Like I said, this is new moon in the 11th house. Is for you to go out and have fun. Have fun, all right? Because the more fun you have, the more money you make, the more in the vibration of joy. And you don't have to go out and like spend all your cash. You can literally embrace your inner child, have fun, be surrounded by people who lift you up. All right, embrace your inner child, do the work, have fun, laugh, enjoy, dance, sing, paint, be creative. Love is coming in, friendship is coming in, all the joy and abundance is coming in. Are you ready to accept it? Good luck with that. Okay, so if you are Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, the new moon for you is going to be happening in the. Where are we? The 10th house. I'm a Libra Rising. New moon in the house of career. Hello. This is amazing. The new moon is going to be giving you a massive glow of your career, your public life, yeah, and your life purpose. This is a fresh professional start for you. All right, your public role, your absolute glow up. Right, it's about because there's a square from the 7th house as well, so it's about dealing with partnerships too. So it could be like releasing of like old partnerships, letting go of ex partners, old relationship stories, people are holding you back, business contracts, or getting a structure around those, getting those into alignment as well. So if you can sort all that out in your 7th house, your Saturn there, for the next couple of years, about getting serious with your relationships, right? Your professional career will grow and glow too. Emotional fulfillment in your career. Some of you might be starting a new career as well. Just know that the new moon, set your intentions to where you want to be in January, 6 months' time for the full moon in Cancer, right? Visualize yourself in January, where you are, where you want to be, who you look like, where you are, and call all that in and then take action steps every day. Saturn square to make that a reality. Jupiter's giving you the green light to speak everything into existence, launch your business, getting your promotion, new job offering, put yourself out there. This is a moment to set those intentions because you can absolutely pursue that. Um, Cancer is also about your emotional authenticity. So like be more vulnerable as well and be more present in yourself and what you need to how you can nurture yourself, very much for nurturing other people. Still do that, of course. But you can also nurture you too. Lead with empathy. All right. The more you can do that, the more the abundance flows in. Like the affirmation can be, I can integrate my value with compassion into my career. All right. I have a career that supports my emotional well-being. Yeah. Update your CV. Dream big. Go for the promotion. Right. Launch your project. Step into the spotlight. Jupiter's going to drag you into the spotlight, and the universe is giving you the huge permission to shine in whatever your domain is. People are going to notice you and your warmth. Okay. Um, there are going to be tests to your commitment. Saturn and Neptune. Contracts. Right. Um, Conversation about partnerships, all right, which need to be had. Saturn exposes the cracks. Three relationships that are, not meant to be will fall away to allow in people who are on your wavelength, all right? If your relationships are very strong, they're only going to get bigger and more stronger together, all right? Neptune in seventh house is casting a fog and a dream and be like idolizing your ideal partner, right? So just be aware of wearing rose tinted glasses and dealing with people, all right? Work life balance, all right? You got Saturn square, you got the seventh house square in your 10th house, balancing your work and life, personal ambitions and your relationship duties, balancing those out. As a Libra rising, your whole life is always going to be about balance. All right. Maybe your partner needs more from you. That can cause stress too, or vice versa. You need more from them. This is about balancing that out and being more clarifying what you want. Okay, what is it you need? Manifesting public life versus your partnership, right? So calling in the people that you want, avoiding public conflict as well. Okay, getting agreements in writing, Saturn. All right. Neptune, stop idealizing people. All right, go with what people show you, not who you think they are. Okay, but ultimately, 10th house has been activated. Great time for your work, your career. Set your intention. Be big, be bold, be outrageous. All right, that's only for single people. Right, you may call in older lovers or more serious lovers. All right, but career is popping off. Career is popping off. So excited for us. I'm so excited for our glow up. Okay, so new main card for you. Eight of Pentacles, darling. You really can have it all. You are the universe's golden child. Money's going to be flowing in. Opportunities flowing in. Use that Jupiter blessing the next 12 months, right? To call in the job that you want, the career that you want, the lovers that you want, seventh house activation, right? The home that you want, feeling more optimistic, feeling more positive, and just being seen in all the right places by the right people. People are going to be loving you. Be ready for it, okay? Love that, love that, love that, love that. Okay, so Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Scorpios, new moon, new adventures, new learning, ninth house activation, the house of expansion, of travel, higher education, and philosophy. This is your intention to set your intention on transformation when it comes to broadening your horizons. Okay, so this is the house of higher education too. Some of you may want to go back to university, start university, take a course, finding new spiritual mentors, finding a new guru, a new therapist, a life coach, for example. You could be moving into those areas yourself. This is a house of legalities too, so you might be starting. And when I say legalities, I'm going to go to court. You might do, and if you do, you got Jupiter blessing with that. But it can also mean like signing contracts too. So you could be signing like a rental agreement or a home agreement, for example. Jupiter, in the moon rules the home. Jupiter is there as well. This could be a new home agreement, new rental agreement as well. You could be moving away for education. You could be moving away to live. You might go on a spiritual journey. You might actually travel. The new moon in the ninth house is about having faith, optimism, and inspiration. You might want to publish something. This is a great time for publishing. If you're a writer or a content creator, amazing time for that. Great time to start your blog, your podcast, your book. Get it out there. All right. wherever your emotions are tied to, you want to release, get it out there. This is your time now. You might, like I said, this is a time. If you were to go on like a spiritual journey or an international travel, this is a big opportunity to plant those seeds in motion. There could be unexpected trips abroad. Go for it. Just go for it. You could be taking. This is great for schools, degrees, learning more, finding spiritual teachers. You do have a square from Saturn in the sixth house. It's about your work as well. So work and routine, daily health. Life might be like life thing at the moment. You're working really hard. Look after your health, right? This is Jupiter energy, square in Saturn. Am I doing healthy habits every day? What habits can I incorporate? Can I drink more water? Can I eat more healthily? Can I give up drinking? Can I become vegan? Can I go to the gym? Can I walk more? Can I sleep better? What are these habits I can incorporate? Where can I structure my day-to-day life so I can then manifest my Jupiter in the 11th house, in the ninth house? It's about getting my shit together so I can then move forward and release the book, release the blog, get my life in order. You know what I mean? Do I need to go to a coffee house where I can sit down for 2 hours and write my journal, write my book? Do I need to buy a microphone and set 30 minutes every day to record my podcast? These are the things, getting your shit together with this square to sort out your daily responsibility so you can then manifest the life that you absolutely dream of. You know what I mean? It's your spiritual beliefs, your routines, your health, your regiments. It's like I want to incorporate more spirituality into my day. Do I need to wake up earlier so I can do my card of the day, my tarot? Do I learn astrology? Take my astrology course? You know what I mean? Jupiter square in the house of health. This is about focusing on your nutrition, focusing on your health, being more inspired to live the life that you love. Okay. So think about where you want to be in 6 months' time with a Cancer full moon, which will be in your third house. So it's going to be about your communication, getting that out there, getting your writing out, getting your public speaking out there, and just being a total baddie. What is the card saying for you? Okay, so King of Wands. This is about getting serious. Jupiter, new moon in the ninth house. There could be somebody coming into your life who's going to teach you, teach you what you need. Not like I'm going to teach you a lesson, as in a new spiritual guru, a new mentor, a new life coach, a new therapist, a professor. Someone who could be someone who's very valued or has done what you want in the career that you want. Is going to show you how you can achieve that too, how you can achieve your success. This is about you stepping into alignment and who you want to be, believing in your power, becoming a boss. The King of Wands is like, I'm a boss. This is about you rising to new heights in your career, in your public persona, so you can manifest the life that you want, whether that be in this country or moving forward into broader horizons. Scorpio, if you were to relocate, this would be a great time for you to do that. If you want to buy a new home in another country, great time to do that. If you want to travel and do a travel blog and do spirituality, great time to do that. All right. So good luck on that. I'm so excited for you. Okay, if you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 1 second, Sagittarius. I'm just answering the door. One moment, Sagittarius. Okay. So, where are we? Sagittarius. What's that for? Okay, so Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The new moon, your ruler, Sagittarius, is amazing. Happening for you in the eighth house. Eighth house, huge house, right? Because it's about finances, it's about transformation, it's about money, it's about deep intimacy. All right, this is huge for you. Okay, your ruler conjunct the new moon, open up your heart to intimacy from others. All right, being vulnerable, being true to you. All right, new beginning in how you share yourself, your emotions, your finances, even your sexuality. If you're in a partnership, you might combine resources or take them to a deeper level. All right. You could, Mars is in the mix as well. You could cut, sever, and tie. All right. This is about joint resources, psychological rebirth. Okay. Jupiter in the eighth house is expanding your because Jupiter isn't your money; it's your partner's money, or it can be money through like banks, credit card loans, inheritance, money owed to you, your clients, for example. So if you're someone who takes payments from others, Jupiter and Neiman is expanding that, And if you're in a relationship, you can take this to the next level, because deep intimacy. If you're it can go either way with this because it's the eighth house, So this could be about severing ties with the partnership is no longer working for you because the new moon and Jupiter want to bring in people for you on your level. You know what I mean? This is about letting go of old trauma because the house of trauma, right? Letting go of old trauma. Constant influence is about nurturing past versions of you so you can feel safe. Dealing with, people or situations that have caused you hurt and pain or that you've done to them, right? This is about forgiving yourself, forgiving them, nurturing and moving forward. This is about letting go of old versions of you. This is about dealing with finances, investments, debts, positive developments in here as well, like loan approval, partners income improving, client income improving, and inheritance coming through. Jupiter's in conjunct the new moon, right? Eighth house can be like financial blessings through others. Okay, like you could get like an opportunity through somebody else. All right, this is about doing the inner work when it comes to self development. All right, dealing with all your shit. So if you can, so it's not about I need to be positive and happy all the time. It's about okay, this is what's actually happening for me. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge this is a really shit situation, and this is what's happening, and this is how I really feel, and this is my part, and I played in that, and this is what they did, and whatever it is, right? Acknowledging that and speaking truthfully and letting that go. It's not living there. It's about releasing. It's about forgiveness. All right, forgiving. That doesn't mean like accepting someone's actions. It's about, okay, I forgive you so I can release that and move forward in my life. You know what I mean? Like transforming. This is like this is a house of transformation and a house of money. Transforming your relationship around money and intimacy. Who you can trust. Healing old wounds. All right. So Saturn and Neptune in the fifth house, right? So it's about getting serious about your skills and talent. All right. Saturn in the fifth house can be a bit of a party people when it comes to your fun. But it's about actually. This is about okay. When I had this transit, for example, it was about this is what I do for fun. How can I make that into a living? So you can turn it around. You can be like, okay, this is what I do for fun. How can I monetize that? Saturn in the fifth house. Okay. There could be delays when it comes to love and relationships as well. Okay. Saturn in the fifth house is like, you know what, there's gonna be like delays in relationships, and that's okay too, because your energy is gonna be focusing on your like in the eighth house, deep healing transformation. Because once you've deep healed transformed, you can then invite in lovers. And Neptune is in the fifth house as well. So, you can manifest creativity. The fifth house is creativity and good luck, and Neptune loves to be creative. So you could be feeling more creative and confused about love as well. I would say with that. All right. Um, yeah. So like this could manifest like with the Jupiter new moon in the eighth house is like, okay, I want to invest my money on, I'm having a good time. Saturn in the fifth house, Neptune is like, no, we need to come back and having a good time because you need to focus on generating new clients, new business. So setting your professional, with the eighth house new moon, setting your professional goals, okay? So, yeah, I feel like Saturn in the fifth house, when I had this transit, I really was picky about who I was getting involved with romantically. All right. Yeah, seven of wands here, look. You know what I mean? It's like I need to release. I need to release old trauma. I need to look at what's draining me emotionally, physically, and financially. You know, I need to let go of situations, people, money situations, habits around self-worth and finance, so I can then nurture my fifth house and then incorporate joy, incorporate more fun. You know, maybe it's all been too much focus on doom and gloom, and now it's about actual how can I have more fun in my life? How can I organise and make time for that? You know, um, this could play out with actually money coming through family as well, because the house is about nurturing family too. So there could be money coming through from family for you to help you, family support. Um, Set your financial intentions because the full moon in 2026 in January will be could be a combination for in January I'll be debt free. How can I do that? You know what I mean? For example, as an example. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn, new moon in seventh house, relationships, of course, personal and professional one-to-one relationship. We're getting an absolute glow up. Set your intentions on calling in the lover that you want. Got a song in my head. Show me the lover that you are. So, calling in partners that you want, count Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn moon. All right. So, if you're single, this is calling in really important relationships, especially with Jupiter being here as well, right? Um, if you're already with somebody, you could rekindle or strengthen your relationship. Starting new commitments, starting new projects with somebody else. All right, negotiating important contract with somebody. All right, Cancer here is implying you want more emotional closeness with somebody to take your relationship to the next level. It's not about surface level relationships in the fifth house. It's about deep emotional bonding with somebody. So bringing in love. Jupiter and the new moon are bringing you luck and abundance when it comes to love relationships, meeting somebody new, strengthening your relationship, calling in lovers, calling in amazing business contracts too. All right. Moving in with somebody at the home because the moon rules the home too, right? You could be moving in with a partner and moving, like nurturing your home and doing it up. You know what I mean? Great for expanding your public sector. If you're in a committed relationship, you might have a huge period of joy and abundance. This could be marriage. This could be marriage, right? But Jupiter here, Jupiter rules people who are from different backgrounds from you as well. So you could be dealing with people from different backgrounds from you. All right. One second. Excuse me. In, please. In. Come on. In. My naughty trousers have escaped. Good. Let's come back to the back in the house. All right. So your affirmations could be: I'm open to partnerships that are supportive and balanced. I'm going to be committed to be the best partner I can be. You know, um, the square from the fourth house, so you've got Saturn and Neptune in the fourth house, can be tough. You know what I mean? There could be challenges around the home. There could be responsibilities around your family life, for example. You know what I mean? Property, investment, all that sort of stuff. We'll be getting serious with that. There could be some confusion around contracts around the home and mortgages. So just double check everything when it comes to signing deals around that, okay? Saturn Neptune can bring reshaping your home. So whether you do it as a partnership or single, all right? There could be some tension around family life as well, so what your family wants, what your partner wants, for example, what you want to do relationships, what you want to do with your family. Family healing is going to be really big, okay? Because you've got Saturn going through here, Neptune going through here as well. So there could be challenges and blockages around parents and where you call home, what you call home. There could be family duties coming up for you too, all right? So yeah, establishing a solid base at home is what is really important for you. All right, cleanse the house, do all your rituals around the home to call in that Cancer energy. Okay, what is your card? Let's have a look. So yeah, so Five of Wands here, right? This is about for you. What is expected of me and my family, from my family, from the people that I call home? What is it I actually want? What is it that my partner expects? And how do I want to show up in my relationships? How do I want to show up at the home? Where do I call home? And where do I what do I call in as what really comes to my partnerships too? You know, my lovers, my lover, my business contracts. You know, being clear on what you want and defining boundaries when it comes to all your relationships, personal and professional. All right. Okay, so let's go with Aquarius next, of course. Aquarius, I am one of you. Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. New Moon for you in the sixth house. Work and health are big for you and your daily routines. A fresh start in your day-to-day life. Okay. New job opportunities, new health regimes. You might be going to the gym more. You might be eating better. You might be just feeling better in yourself. You're getting organised in your day-to-day life, your new schedules, right? Maybe you're going to look for a new job that feels more emotionally fulfilling. You know, set your intentions for the job that you want, the career that you want. All right. If you've been neglecting your self care, this is the time to nourish your self care journey now. You know what I mean? Prioritize taking care of you, gentle exercising, cooking healthier, eating better. Cancer loves to cook. Maybe you'll start cooking more. All right. Implementing stress relief practices, right? Jupiter's going to be blessing you in these areas, blessing your home life, your health, your day to day, the life of your pets, the people that you work with, that you employ. You may get a promotion. Jupiter likes to expand, so more promotion for you guys. If you're unemployed, you might get a job. You're right. If you're already in a job, you might get a promotion. If you're retiring, you're going to be enjoying retirement. All right. Health-wise, Jupiter's going to be aiding your recovery when it comes to health. If you've been feeling under the weather, Jupiter's going to be blessing your health. All right. 100%. Be careful of overindulgence with Jupiter being there, of course. All right. Saturn and Neptune squaring from the third house. All right. So there could be responsibilities from siblings. You know what I mean? Or neighbours. The house called neighbours. You might be involved with like a really heavy learning process with skills. All right, so it could be like that's coming to an end now, so you can be more freer in your day to day life. You know what I mean? Like you could be finishing a course, and now I can use that course to make more money. This could be that aspect. You know what I mean? Neptune in the third house is hard for you to stick to a routine. Saturn's going to help you still add spirituality into your day to day life and actually be more organised. All right. There could be some dramas around siblings in the local community. All right. If siblings have been having a tough time, the Jupiter is going to be blessing your siblings too. All right. The third house is your mental house. Okay. So more emotional support with Jupiter being here. Okay. Be careful of negative self-talk with Saturn in the third house. All right. But ultimately, it's about blessing your mind, body, and your soul. Okay. Tarot for you, Aquarius. Yes, Five of Swords. Okay, so being clear on what you want. All right. The sixth house can be the sort of the house of enemies too. So this is about Jupiter blessing you. There's going to be healing when it comes to enemies, healing when it comes to people at work. If you're having work altercations, Jupiter, the new moon, is a new chapter, a new cycle of healing and moving forward in a more positive light, calling in better opportunities, better work, better health, better spiritual practice. You may move because it's the third house involvement as well. There will be challenges around that, of course, especially when you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Trust the process, trust the challenges because they'll help you grow. Okay. Okay, so we have Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New creativity, new romance, new money. The new moon is going to be blessing you. Exalted. The moon looks to be in Cancer. Jupiter looks to be in Cancer. And it's all in your fifth house, darling. This is a great time for you for love, romance, self-expression, embracing your inner child. This is about having fun, honey. The more fun you have, the more money you make. This is about love, joy, dating, relationships, being creative, painting, dancing, listening to music, cooking your favorite food. This is your window of opportunity now to have the most fun you can have, all right? Pisces, this is about being artistic, yeah? This is about indulging in your creativity. All right. In Jupiter here is going to amplify your inspiration, um, expanding your talents. Okay. Having fun with your projects too. You know what I mean? This is one of the challenges for pregnancy. You know, this is a 6 month window as well. So um, the full moon will be happening in Cancer on the 3rd of January and the 13 degrees of Aries, right? So whatever you plant now, the seeds of intention will be culminating in Jan. So where is it you want to be in 6 months' time? Visualize yourself as that person and what they have and call it in. All right. Romance, if you're single, new love is coming in. Of course, bringing someone into your life. There could be spirituality, there could be flirting, there could be a lot more sex here as well. The fifth house rules money. Money is going to be flowing in more easily and effortlessly, of course. Jupiter's going to be making you more charming, more irresistible, more lucky. The planet of luck in the house of luck as well. You know what I mean? Bringing you luck and abundance, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. Listen to your favorite music, cook your favorite food, dance, have joyous, be merry. All right. Pursue your creative passions, make time for those. Saturn and Neptune are going through your second house, causing this square. So actually, it's about stacking that cash, that lucky money, stack it. You know what I mean? There's opportunities. Those are your blessings. You're gonna have to work hard for the money, but it is there. It's there for you. Money is like sipping water. All right, so it's not about gulping. It's like taking a sip and have some more. Take a sip, have some more. Save, be responsible, but also live a little. Jupiter's in the fifth house, all right? Get that balance right. The square will dissipate towards the end of the year. So, you know, the fifth house is about expansion, honey. Dream big when it comes to your goals, dreams, and desires. The universe is not on a budget. So dream outside of the box. It's always this or something better. Okay. And so the universe is saying to you, you can absolutely have what you want. The second house is going to give you more responsibility. So that could be, you know, because this is the house of your values and work. Added responsibility could mean, you know, a job promotion. It could be a new job. Because it's a new 12-month cycle with Jupiter in the fifth house, right? Look at expansion, something where you're going to be thrust into the limelight. You could move home because Jupiter is in the house of you know of Cancer. Cancer rules the home, right? The Moon rules the home. A new cycle when it comes to where you live, zhuzhing up where you live already, pouring love and abundance, having fun at home, and adding spirituality into your relationships, meeting someone spiritual, traveling somewhere. You know the new Moon in Jupiter and the new Moon conjunct Jupiter. It's all about spiritual journeys, international travel. Okay, so let's look at the cards. So the card for you, Pisces. Let's have a look. The new moon. Love this. Nine of Pentacles. All the abundance is coming in for you. Dream it. Because the version of you that has everything that you want is already within you. All right. Count your blessings, do your gratitude, work with this new moon energy, set your altar, go listen to the intro for my journal prompts, my abundant affirmation, my abundance. I can't think of the word now. Ritual. All right. Call that in, light the candles, use the new energy to call in what you want when it comes to the realms of abundance, joy, success, love, romance, all of it. Because it's already yours, darling. If you feel it, if you desire it, it's already yours. The universe is doing everything it can in its power to give it to you, allow yourself to receive. Trust that it's done. Trust that it's already done. All you got to do is focus on the here and now because it's all linear. There's no future or past. It's all one. You know what I mean? So it's about, okay, well, I want to have fun right now because when I place my Amazon order, I know it's going to come the next day. You know what I mean? So allow it to happen, allow it to unfold. Let's call it all in. Okay, so that's for you, Pisces, right? So let's get into the tapping. Guys, you know I love to tap, so let's call in some tapping, honey. Let's call in some tap. Let's use some tapping to call in all the things that you want, love, need, and desire. So where are we? Should we do like a longer tapping today? We're gonna use the new moon energy to tap in on our biggest goals, dreams, and desires, using the new moon energy to call in all the things that we want. Right? If you haven't tapped before, it's emotional freedom technique, right? Tapping on the meridian points around the body. Because when we do that, we stimulate the energy fields to call in and set new intentions by using our words, right? So I think it's like way stronger than just repeating affirmations because we're actually stimulating the point around the body as we do that. And when we do that, we're reprogramming our nervous system to better thinking thoughts and our new script, changing the story, changing the script. Okay, so where are we? I wrote it. We've done saving symbols. Where are we? Yay! Okay, so let's get into it. Croatia point. Okay, so even though I sometimes feel unsafe opening up emotionally, I deeply and completely love looking at myself. Even though I've been carrying some fears and protectiveness in my heart, I'm like a cancer crab, I honour my feelings and I'm open to healing them now. Even though change and new beginnings can feel scary, I choose to trust that I'm safe as I grow. I deeply and completely accept myself and all my feelings right here, right now. Just take a deep breath and release. Top of the head, let's get into it. Even though I feel deep emotions within me, there's a part of me that has been scared to feel them fully. This new moon is inviting me to acknowledge my feelings. All the sensitivity I have, I feel like a burden sometimes. I often protect myself so I don't get hurt. I know that myself. I honor myself for doing that. It's okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to be human because I have needs and moods. I release the notion that sensitivity is a weakness. I release shame about my feelings. I let go of the fear of being judged. I let go of the fear of my emotions because it's safe to nurture myself. I'm learning to nurture myself. I provide care for myself and for others. I provide care and compassion for my own heart. I naturally care for myself and for others deeply without draining myself. I release any old emotional pain that I've been holding on to. Any lingering hurt, I release it. I acknowledge them and I let them flow out like the tide. I create space in my heart for supportive energy. I allow myself to receive support. I don't need to do it all alone. I don't have to do it all alone. It's okay to accept my hugs and ask for help. I am connected to caring people and I call them in. I integrate the feeling of safety and care right now. I'm like the ocean, deep, sensitive, and powerful, and I can handle my depths. With this new moon, I grow emotionally wise and secure. I choose to trust my intuition. I trust my feelings, and they guide me. I am wise. I'm emotionally safe. And I am secure. My feelings are valid and important. I'm cultivating a cozy sanctuary within myself, a place of comfort I can return to whenever I am stressed. I welcome new beginnings. I plant seeds of self-love that grow over the next 6 months. I set intentions that align with my heart. I am willing to step into the positive change of my life. I am deeply connected and I accept myself, even the parts I pushed away. I am worthy of care for myself and others. Alexa, stop. I am worthy of care. I am worthy of love. I feel calm and centered right now. I am grounded in the roots like a long family tree, yet flexible like the water flowing around obstacles. I am at home in myself. My inner world is a place of refuge and creativity. As this new moon fills me, I embrace the beginnings wholeheartedly. I am safe. I am nurtured. I am ready to grow with love. Let's take a deep breath. And release. Beautiful. So let's finish on a beautiful, gorgeous meditation we can do together. So I'll just turn my microphone around. As you're sitting or lying down, remain relaxed and aware. Take a deep breath and close your eyes if you need to. In and out. Relax your jaw and your shoulders and allow the world, outside world, to fade away. Above you, the sky is deep indigo and countless stars sparkle. And above the horizon of the ocean water lies the new moon, invisible to the eye, but you can sense her presence. The air is cool and calm, with a hint of salt and moonflower in the breeze. As you stand barefoot at the water's edge, the silky gentle wave laps over your toes. The sand is soft and supportive beneath your feet. This is your sacred space, your boundary between land and sea, between consciousness and subconsciousness. Place your hands over your heart. Feel the warmth, the steady beat of your chest. This is the rhythm of your life, aligning with the lunar energy. In the new moon night, set your gaze inward. What is your true wish? What does your heart yearn for? It could be a feeling like peace or love or confidence. It could be something tangible, a home, creative project, healing in relationships. It could be an area of life that comes to mind, like health or a career or spiritual growth. Whatever floats up, observe it without judgment. Visualize one intention as if it is a small seed resting in your hand over your heart. See it clearly. It could be a word or a symbol. Perhaps if it's a desire of emotional security and healing, it could be a tiny seed shell. Or if you intend to start a creative venture, it could be a little seedling sprouting that starts to grow. Use whatever imagery and trust your tuition. Your intuition is always right. Kneel down in the sand with your hands and dig a hole in the water. Look up at the sky and place your intentions as the whole fills with water, with the Mother Earth, holding your intentions now. Looking at the sky in your mind's eye, notice the twinkle or perhaps the subtle arc of the Milky Way, and the silver light of the moon trickles down from the heavens. Perhaps the moonlight itself is shining upon you as a starlight, and it bathes you and your intentions. The lunar blessing light is nurturing your seed. See the sun glow softly where the intuition is buried and your intentions lie. As you cup your hands and scoop up that moon water, pour it over your seed and your planted emotions and intentions. Use your intuition as your guided intention. As the water soaks into the sand, know your intuition is being received by the new moon, the earth, and the water, conspiring to help it grow. As you rise to your feet, the tide is gently rising. Promising to carry your manifestations with you. Take a few steps back as you find a comfortable spot on that beach. As you face the ocean and the moon appears, trust that your manifestations are unfolding and release the fear. And you feel the calm because beneath the water, the moon shows the face of illumination, what is unseen. Bring your intention to your breath and release. Release all doubt. And as you breathe in, imagine the waves of prosperity washing over you and you're in sync with the universe. And you silently say your affirmation. My intentions are for my manifesting grows. I invite it into my life. And I release the blockages now. As you sit with this energy, feel gratitude of the moon for yourself, for showing up, for your guides, and be grateful to accelerate this growth. Place your palms together. Take a deep breath in and release. You may want to write down anything that came up for you. All right. And let's affirm all your blessings, all your gorgeousness, all your affirmations, and let's call all those in now. All right. So, if you'd like to book a personal one-to-one chart reading with me and go even deeper, I'll leave all the information in the show notes for you. All right, nothing beats a one-to-one dive in. I can talk about all your personal transits, all your strengths of your birth chart, your karmic purpose, your big three, why you're here. All right, and then sign up for my new astrology course. All right, we're going to go sign by sign through the forecasts, going into the astrology, going into the houses, all the things to coordinate all the things that you want. Make sure if you love this, you like, subscribe, and share this with somebody, and follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, where I show up every single day. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, going into this new moon energy. I absolutely love and appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you on my next video.